Hi everyone, I'm David Wojcik and this is MBOT TV. Stories we covered this week.
What does Bill 115 mean for the beer store? Good news for job hunters in Ontario. The Fed set up a $2 billion fund for women entrepreneurs, and Orlando's Dr. Carlo Fidani is honored by the University of Toronto.
If you want to stay up to date on current issues affecting business leaders, tune in to Your Business on Saga 960 AM Fridays at 11 a.m. A 1-hour business show where I interview industry experts on everything from motivating employees to boosting your bottom line. Now for our political update, here's our Vice President of Government and Stakeholder Relations, Brad Butt. Brad?
Well, thanks, David. The provincial legislature has adjourned for its summer break, but not without some controversy before the end. The legislature is now not scheduled to return until after the federal election, which takes place on October 21st, 2019. The president of the Treasury Board tabled legislation before the break that would, if passed, enable the government to manage public sector compensation growth. The legislation would allow for reasonable wage increases while protecting the province's frontline services, restoring the province's financial position, and respecting taxpayer dollars. The proposed legislation, the Protecting a Sustainable Public Sector for Future Generations Act 2019, will not impede the collective bargaining process nor impact existing agreements. Rather, it would put reasonable, time-limited requirements on new compensation increases for unionized and non-unionized employees in Ontario's public sector, while maintaining existing opportunities for pay increases such as movement through salary ranges. Both Bills 108, the More Homes, More Choices Act, and Bill 115, the Bringing Choice and Fairness to the People Act, otherwise known as the Beer Store Act, passed third reading last week. These bills have received considerable criticism from stakeholders for some of the draconian measures. The Ontario Chamber of Commerce wrote a letter to Finance Minister Victor Fedeli about the act that would unilaterally cancel the 10-year contract with the beer store. Rocco Rossi, President and CEO of the OCC, wrote, "I am writing to you to express concerns about the announcement that the province intends to introduce legislation to terminate the Master Framework Agreement with the beer store. Cancelling a contract sends an alarming message to the business community in Ontario and beyond, which could potentially deter investment. As Ontario's business advocate, we continuously support policies which aim to enhance the competitive business environment in Ontario. Modernizing the sale of beverage alcohol is an important objective, and we support a more competitive marketplace. However, breaking a legitimate contract is a short-sighted approach." Statistics Canada reported last week that Ontario created 20,900 jobs last month. "We are bringing quality jobs back to Ontario families," said Todd Smith, the Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. "We will continue to fight to ensure that we are creating a stable and competitive business environment where good jobs are created, workers are protected, and employers are given the opportunity to grow and prosper here." The Ontario 2019 budget, Protecting What Matters Most, sets out the government's plan to modernize the apprenticeship and skills trade system. Ontario will introduce portable skill sets to help speed up certification and training in the skilled trades without compromising health and safety. Portable skill sets are a new competency-based system to provide workers and employers with more flexibility. Currently, Ontario's tradespeople are required to master the full scope of a trade to complete an apprenticeship and obtain certification. Portable skill sets also offer cross-skilling through the trades by letting apprenticeships, skilled tradespeople, and employers to choose skills that they need for the jobs that are available today. Well, the Government of Canada is advancing women's economic empowerment with the first ever Women Entrepreneurship Strategy, a $2 billion investment that seeks to double the number of women-owned businesses by 2025. In response to the high volume of WEF applicants, Small Business Minister Mary Ng announced the government's commitment to investing an additional $10 million to bolster the fund, supporting 100 more projects from among the impressive proposals received during the competitive process that took place in the fall of 2018. Of that investment, $2.5 million will be dedicated to project proposals submitted by Indigenous women. The Canadian Chamber of Commerce has reacted to the federal government's Climate Action Incentive Fund. The fund is intended to compensate SMEs in the provinces of Manitoba, New Brunswick, Ontario, and Saskatchewan affected by the fuel surcharge introduced on April 1st, 2019, and to help them reduce energy usage and greenhouse gas emissions. The City of Mississauga is creating a downtown for today and tomorrow. To do this, it is developing a new guiding document called the Downtown Strategy. This strategy will build on the success of the downtown core and provide direction for the future. It will reflect what people want to see: a vibrant place to live, work, learn, be entertained, raise a family, and most of all, choose to be. MBOT will be actively involved in this study, as Mississauga's downtown must be a strong place for employment and business opportunities. Mississauga has also released its study on reimagining the mall, which took a look at the opportunities for new development at 5 of the city's indoor shopping malls. This is good news for the retail mall sector, which is in need of investment and renewal. The city is holding an open house this week and having the report go before the Planning and Development Committee for approval. And finally, congratulations to the chairman of Orlando Corporation, Carlo Fidani, on being conferred an honorary Doctor of Laws from the University of Toronto last week for his business and philanthropic achievements. Orlando has been a long-time member of the Mississauga Board of Trade, and many of our members have their businesses in the buildings built and owned by Orlando. Back to you, David.
If you have any questions about how to make a nomination for our Awards of Excellence, register for an event, increase awareness for your business, or have your company featured on MBOT TV, contact your membership services manager by calling 905-273-6151 and press 0 to get connected. Details about these stories and events are available at www.mbot.com. Until next week, this is David Wojcik wishing you continued success in your business.